Muy buenas, gente, ¿qué tal? Es un placer para mí en este vídeo entrevistar a Mr. Crimson, uno de los jugadores no solamente de la élite europea, sino mundial, y además muy cercano con la comunidad española. La verdad que ha sido una charla muy interesante y espero que os mole mucho. Os recuerdo también que os podéis suscribir a este canal de YouTube para mucho más contenido y que hago stream todos los días en Twitch. Así que, gente, muchas gracias por el apoyo y disfrutad del vídeo. ¡Hasta otra! Okay, so first off, Crimson, thank you so much for being here. I'm honored to interview you. Thank you so much for taking time and being here with me.
My pleasure. It's always interesting to have a chat with you and the Spanish community, so of course I'm here.
Thank you so much. I see you have a lot of trophies, a lot of medals. We will talk about that. I really like all your background. But okay, so first thing, I know a lot of people will know you who are watching this interview, especially all the FGC, but some people might start with SF6 or they are joining now. So who are you, Crimson? Who are you?
So I'm Mr. Crimson. I'm a professional player of Street Fighter for like 8 years, something like that. So starting to be a long time. And I'm playing Street Fighter 6 with Dhalsim. I'm creating also some content on Twitch and stuff.
Okay, so right now you are known for playing SF6 and as you say, your career as a pro gamer. But how did you start playing fighting games? The classic question, like how did you start? Why this genre? When did this happen?
Most of the time, players start because someone in the family was playing and they got introduced by this person. It was the same for me. My uncle was playing Guilty Gear at the beginning. He was inviting his friends to do sessions, offline sessions and stuff. And naturally, I started to play and I wanted to improve. I finished on playing Street Fighter because the competition, the scene is bigger, more opportunity to go pro and stuff. And as soon as I had the opportunity to get my first sponsor, I immediately started to do it and get my chance to be a pro.
So you started with Guilty Gear, then Street Fighter, but when was the first time that you were like, I think I'm really good at this? Like where is that break point that you see, okay, I'm not a regular player, I might be someone who can become this elite player?
I always had that kind of dream of living of my passion. The moment where I realized that I have the potential to do it, it's hard to say because the first tournament that I did, I got forced by my friend to do the tournament. I was like scared of like getting out of my comfort zone, playing for, you know, winner bracket, loser bracket out and stuff. And the guy who forced me to play actually start my professional career.
Okay.
Because I did really well in that tournament.
So now you share the profits 50-50 with him, right?
He didn't ask for it, but he should.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd never had that much that moment where I realized that I can be a pro, but I tried to do it and I did it.
What was the first game that you started actually like winning and starting to see like, okay, I'm nice, like I'm winning consistently, and I think I'm like one of the top players in France or whatever. Like when was this moment? Because I played a lot of SF4, and I know you were around, but your big explosion, it wasn't in that game. So when did that happen?
Yeah, but it arrived at SF4 honestly.
Really?
Yes. I had few opportunity in SF4.
Okay.
Yeah, at Kakutop, it was a tournament in France.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I had the opportunity to play the best players in France, even in Europe. And playing against them made me realize that, okay, I can do it. This is an opportunity that I have. Right now, the game might be a bit old for me because I had like 16 or 17, something like this. But I think Street Fighter 5 did something great in terms of promotion, and they also did it in SF6, is that they give to the new player a sign telling them that it's your turn now, you have your opportunity, you can do it. And I realized that in SF5, and I thought, okay, let's all in on SF5.
Okay.
let's try to the beginning and to be pro as soon as possible.
Okay, because when you started to become strong in 4, you thought it was like, okay, now I'm really good, but those guys have been playing SF4,
Yes,
and it's too late for me. Okay.
Exactly.
I asked you this because a lot of people see you, players like you, have success right now, and they are like, okay, I want to be there. But they don't realize that you've been doing this for like 10 years or more. So it's like you guys don't start being good since day one. It's like it's a process. So.
Yes, that's true. And also, you know, luck is also a part of it, because winning is also like how did I got pro? I was working a full-time job as many people, and I won the Cannes Winter Clash, who was the first CPT event of Street Fighter V. And luck was also a part of it. And I won. I get a few sponsors who contact me and ask for, hey, can we work with you? And can we send you to the few tournaments?
Mm-hmm.
So if I could say something to the new players is like, don't wait too much. Don't wait too much. Start doing tournament as soon as possible. The more you multiply the opportunity, the more chance that you will have to finally perform and go be pro.
Mm-hmm. Especially because I think we talk about this a lot in the Spanish community, that one tournament, it's not everything. It's the global thing. Like you can have one bad day, you can be really lucky, you can have a good bracket, a bad bracket. So you need to enter all the tournaments to maximize your chances of actually doing good, right? So
exactly. Even if it hurts, it always hurts to lose. Because the more you are doing tournament, the more lose you will have.
Yes.
So that's the annoying part. But also the more win you will have.
Okay. And
so,
I remember that first CPT because I was watching from a home, and I remember watching you in the finals with Laura. If you were playing Laura. So what was in your mind at the moment? Like it was like, okay, this is my turn now. This is my game, and I'm gonna win this tournament. What was your mindset at the start of SF5?
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it's my time, it's my game. All the cards are distributed equally again. It's pretty much the same than on SF6. That's why many top players struggle or having a hard time, because everything is new. You need to learn new things, and this will take a lot of time. So that's exactly what I thought on SF5. I was just playing, enjoying the moment, having my friends also. We had more liberty back in the days. We was younger, no family, no stuff. So we can like go play for all the night and stuff. So that I knew that I had that possibility.
Okay. So when SF5 was released, there was a big discussion around the state of the game. I feel like this is happening a bit now again with 6 in other ways, because the product is really good, you know. So what was your perception when you started in SF5? Did you have that perception of the game? Did you care about the perception? Like, was the game fun for you? And did you really care about that? Or you were only like, okay, I don't really care if the game is like, it's good or not. I'm just going to be pro and I don't care. I enjoy the competition above the game, you know? So what is your mindset around that in 5 and in 6 maybe too?
Yeah, you know, I didn't mind that much that the game wasn't good enough. At the beginning, it was pretty bad. Many like not enough content and stuff. But I was like seeing a game with this kind of level of competition and those opportunity for the players was making me forget that the game was bad. You know, so that wasn't a problem for me, that the game had problem, honestly. And right now, as you said, SF6 have also a few problems. The game is way better in many terms. Something that I like is that they took the experience that they have on SF5 to not make the same mistake on SF6. That's really good from Capcom. But yeah, I didn't worry much about the game and the state of the game.
So it's more, I think it's more that the competition it's above. Like for people like you, it's more like, if I want to compete at the game that has the highest stake and has the most competition. I don't care if I just want to be the best, right? It's like
exactly.
That mindset.
And that opened a lot of discussion. It's like What can I say? It's
I know,
almost
I know.
philosophical.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
is it better to love the game?
Yes.
Or is it better to hate the game but to have opportunity to go pro?
I know.
Or to play a bad
Yeah.
game? You know about 2xKO, the projectile and stuff. It opened those kind of discussions.
Yeah. I think it's an ongoing discussion even today. Like it's like, okay, like because this discussion always narrow. Hey, if you don't like the game, don't play it. So, but it's like, yeah, but I want to play the game that has the opportunities, that has the competition. Yes. So I'm kind of, I don't want to say forced, but of course I'm gonna play I'm a competitor, so I want to play the game who has the more people. So sometimes it's a sacrifice that some people choose to do.
You know, I had a discussion one day with Layo, a friend who played also, and he told me, do you prefer to play top tier or do you prefer to work 10 hours a day in a shitty job? I have fun.
I will always remember this. I was the first Evo, I think SF5 second Evo. I met Phenom there. And like, hey, Phenom, man.
Yeah, Phenom is the perfect example of he is totally agree about, no, I don't want to work.
Yeah. So I remember like, hey, Phenom, how you doing? Hey, Shari, well, how you doing? Do you like the game? No. But it's this or working in an office, so I'm just gonna play. So I always remember that phrase. It stick with me. Like it's a valid point.
It's pragmatic.
Yeah. So okay. Regardless of your reasons, you started playing as a 5, and as you said, you get your first opportunity. You start as a professional. So since that point until today, have you been full-time professional since the SF5 till now? It's like, because that's very good, and that's something that many people will be like, wow, I won that. So it's really impressive.
Yeah. There's a lot of discussion about professional player. Me, when I speak about professional player, so at the first beginning, like my first contract with it was with Meltdown. It was like no salary, only travel. Like I was like 10K a year to travel to tournaments or something like that. So in theory, I wasn't pro.
Yeah, but it's helping you to travel, right?
Yes, but it was enough for me. It was an investment. I have a little bit of money on the side. I can invest 1 year, give it a try, and see how it goes. But right after that, I got some other opportunity with Team Envious. And after that, we start to get some salaries, some pretty high salary, I think. So everything was okay. And after that, things goes on. I work with Nakon also, with a really important part of my job. Nakon, you know, the pad. I made my own pad. Really proud of that. But since that, I'm 100% pro. Since like at least 6 or 7 years.
I think that's very impressive, because I think even in Europe there are that many people that have this opportunity. So it's very impressive that you are on top of your game for so much time and still like living the life of the pro gamer. So I'm very happy for you. Definitely.
Thank you. That's true. Being a pro is also a lot of right now the thing about fighting game player is really different than being pro in the fighting game community is different than being pro in Counter-Strike or League of Legends or those kind of stuff. You have to be polyvalent. It's better if you speak English. It's better if you stream. It's better if you do content. You need also to perform. You need to be able to renegotiate your contract, learning how to read a contract in French, in Spanish, in English. You need to be really independent also, because most of the pros don't have an agent or don't have a manager to... Personally, I prefer to not have a manager. Right now with Falcon, I have a manager who can book my flight and stuff, but I always like to do it myself because I'm used to do it since like 4 years, and now I still prefer to be really independent. So it's different profile in fighting games than in other esport games. Yeah,
I always say when I talk with the FGC here that it's very as a fighting game player, to bring enough value to a brand, you need to do so many things right now, because unless you are the absolute best of the world, number one, and win all the time, you need to stream, you need to do content. And even you, like you look so fresh, man. Like you are fit, you look good. Like what's your secret? Do you go to the gym? It's like the genetics. Like I think that's very important too. Really, I think that's true.
That's true. It's actually really important to take care of yourself. Just because being a pro in any kind of performance area is just being represent brands. It's how you get the money, except if you win and you get the prize money. But out of that, it's just representing brand. And from a player who don't take care of himself, of a player who take care of himself, same performance, they will of course take the player who take care of himself. And it's not that hard to take care of yourself. So yeah, it's something important. I used to do more gym. Right now, I'm starting to be a family man and stuff.
Okay,
it's
harder. I know.
But I still have to take care of it. It's important.
Okay. So you start as a pro player in 5. How did you live the evolution of 5? Because in the beginning, it wasn't as huge as in the ending, and the game evolved both in gameplay and both in viewers and repercussion. So what was that time for you? How did you live it? It was like you were living the dream and you lived the entire cycle of the game as a pro player. So how was the experience for you? And did you enjoy the game more in the later seasons when everything changed and you started to pick up Dhalsim, which is something that we want to talk about as well? But how was the entire SF5 era for you?
Yeah. You know, I embrace every part of the game of SF5, every of the lifespan of the game. Of course, there were better moments than others. But watching back, it was always interesting, fun. There were the Gfinity time, was really good. All the Pro Tour stuff, the difference between like many offline scene. The COVID happened also, so it gave us opportunity to practice more and to discover how offline can be important and crucial. OPC also is different than PS5. We learn a lot from in that period, in that SF5 period. Concerning my character, it was like, I like to say that Dhalsim is like the Bitcoin was in SF5. You know, you invest and on long term, it's a good investment.
Okay.
It's hard, but the long term is a good investment. I hope that this Dhalsim will be the same. But I definitely had amazing time playing this character during the SF5 lifespan.
Okay, so talking about Dhalsim, that it's like right now, either you want it or not. It's like you say Crimson, you say Dhalsim. It's like that. So, but I remember when you came to Spain one time, we talked about that. It's like, hey, I play Dhalsim because he's good. If he's not good, I'm out. So my question is, you're playing Dhalsim in 6, and the consensus is he's not that good. First off, do you think he's not that good? And if so, why did you keep playing him? Like, is it something like, why? Because you are not one of those players that only can play one archetype. I know you can play Luke, you could play Chun-Li, you could play anything and still be worldwide class. So what's the reasoning?
So first of all, it's the first year of the game, and every first year of a game is really particular. As a pro player, you're always aiming for the best character, or in some situation, the character that you will get from the other game, and you will discover, and you will hope that you will be the best.
Okay.
I think that this Dhalsim is stronger than the first version of the SF5 Dhalsim.
Okay.
But it's still pretty mid, and mid tier for a pro player is not a great investment. You need to invest at least top 15, top 10 character. At least you need a great character to perform. But right now it's the first year. I try to invest more in creating content, getting my Twitch evolved, my YouTube a little bit also, and like making, you know, when I watched the Spanish community, I was thinking that I want the French community to be the same. Few players who create content, many players who do offline events. I know because I've been there. I came multiple times in Spain to play with you guys, so I know it. So the first year was like, okay, I try to invest in my community. The second year, I will see the patch, how it goes, and for sure I will play I will probably still play that team because I love this character. You know, I always like martial arts, and if I compare Dhalsim to some kind of martial art, it's like Aikido. You know, you turn the strength of the opponent against him. And I think that this is so cool to play a defensive character in an offensive game.
Yes.
So I will wait to see how it goes for sure, and I'll see. But I'll definitely play multiple characters, as you said.
Okay, so first year it's the year of investing in the Bitcoin, investing in the in the community, and let's see, and maybe Capcom, maybe buff Dhalsim, and then you are in a prime position because you are the one who already knows how to play him. And I think I always say this. I think even if Dhalsim was like really, really good, I don't think everyone will pick him. Like, it's a very weird archetype, you know? It's like, it's not like a Shoto or something like that. So I think not many people will play him, even if he was really good. Even in 5, he was really good, but he was difficult, so only a few people played him.
That's true. So it's still even a better investment, because this is the time where the game is harder, and when you do the hard time, and after that you get some buffs, like, people cannot just pick the character and perform with it.
That's it.
So it's hard for them to practice against a good Dhalsim player, and it's all good thing what happened, and that's what happened in SF5. I was performing a lot at the end of the game because my character was so strong and I had so much experience with it that you become unstoppable.
Is there any time in this year of SF6, in this first CPT, that you were playing and was like, I wish I didn't pick this character? Like it was like, damn, I regret picking this character. I wish I played Luke, or I wish I didn't invest this much time in Dhalsim.
It's hard to say. I don't like to have regrets.
Okay.
Because maybe I would have a worse year if I was playing Luke. You never know. Sometimes something interesting is that, you know, for example, Broski is having a lot of success with Haki recently.
Yes.
And thing that he didn't have with GP. So sometimes even picking the top tier character maybe is not the good choice, and maybe there is one character in the game who fits you perfectly.
That's it.
Despite of his strength. So that's also interesting, that your psychology sometimes fit to certain character, and you need to trust your feelings sometimes. Also, so I try to not having regrets.
It's really hard to practice against those characters at the highest level because there are many people. So maybe it's a strength also, like, you can surprise someone. Okay, so you talk about your you coming to Spain. That's something I had noted as well. Like you were playing for Giants for I think almost 1 year or even more. I don't know. And you came to
something like this.
Yeah, something like that. And coming to Spain, and how was that for you? Because for us it was really cool to have you here, and the Street Fighter League. Blah, blah. So how was the experience for you? Did you enjoy the time? Did you enjoy the community here in Spain and all around?
Yeah, I had an amazing time with Giants, but you know, I've been in Spain before also. One of my favorite tournaments was the Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom, of course.
Yeah, amazing tournament, great location, great hotel, everything was really nice. The organization also was really careful.
Much love to Madrid FGC.
The players. So I always had in my mind the fact that Spain was a place where you need to go to practice fighting games and stuff. So yeah, I had an amazing time playing at Street Fighter League. That was one of the hypest Street Fighter League I ever done also. So yeah, I enjoy it a lot. And
in talking about the Spanish community, you said before, like, you took some reference on that, and so what do you think about the community overall? Like, because sometimes I feel like, I don't know for France, but in Spain, I feel like we are in our own. Like, it's like Spanish community, most people only play in Spanish tournaments, and we're a bit out of the loop in the European scene, maybe, except some players. So what do you think when you came here? Were you surprised, or was like, what was your opinion on that?
Yeah, I feel really surprised by the number of people going offline. Recently, we saw the World Warrior thing, the World Warrior final. It was with Samuel against Megapatch.
Yeah.
The clip of winning made 1,000 of likes or whatever, and I wasn't really surprised of it. So I hope that one major will get back in Spain this year or as soon as possible, and I'll be coming back for sure.
Okay, about that, let's talk about majors, about the CPT, Street Fighter League as well. So obviously it's been a hot topic in the community, the lack of offline tournaments and how important they are for the community, and we saw that in the finals of Spain and Portugal. So what's your opinion as this year of SF6 mostly online? Even you qualified for Capcom Cup, so it was good for you, but what do you think about this format? Are you missing offline? Do you wish it was more offline tournaments? What's your idea between this online offline era?
I think Capcom made a good decision of allowing the fact that you can turn your World Warrior final into offline scene.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it could be even better if they forced it. So same as the Spanish community, how you did it. Me,
Mm-hmm.
I did my World Warrior final and that was online.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like online. I think online is a tool, is something that we need to use. But carefully, and offline is still the most prestigious thing that you can get. Also, some problem with the online that might be a problem in the next years is also cheating.
Yes.
Cheating. So it's something that you might be able to see in the future. So we need to be careful with the online scene also. I think the best thing to do is use both for the Pro Tour.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, Qualifier, Qualifier online, same for the Street Fighter League, by the way, also.
Yes.
In Japan, it's not the same than in Europe and America.
Mm-hmm.
Qualifier online, and you do the finals offline. I think it's the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I hope about majors to see it back, of course, more offline. But I think I'm pretty sure that next year or this season will emerge more offline tournaments.
Yeah, I think so too, because I think all the pro players were very critical about that, and I agree with you. I think offline is really good, and for example, for regions like Spain, World Warrior, it's an opportunity that we will not have if we will have to play against other regions or not have this chance. So, but I think we all miss like UFA being CPT and having those kind of CPTs and everything. So yeah. So talking about Street Fighter League, I know you had this discussion on Twitter as well, like Street Fighter League in Europe and in the United States, being pre-recorded, and I personally think that kind of kills a bit of the hype around the league, and it's not the same. So I really wish it was in a different format in some way. But what's your opinion from playing there? Do you agree on that? Do you wish it was different? What will you change about it? And what was your opinion overall about the Street Fighter League experience?
Yeah, I made few Street Fighter League. I made the EU and the USA one.
Yes.
The good thing about it is that player-wise, they take care of you a lot. They take like 12 days, something like this, of hotel. Everything is taken charge, foods and stuff. They give you practice area at the hotel, etc. So this is a 10 out of 10 on that. The problem is that, as you said, the pre-record thing killed the hype. Honestly, it's always something. If you watch a football match or whatever, and you watch it and it's the world final and it's pre-record, for some reason it is inexplicable.
It's not the same.
But for some reason it's not that hype that if it's on live. So yeah, I think they need to change that. Maybe the fact that SF6 have a really good netcode allow it to do it online for a part, at least pre-playoff, and do it offline, same as Japan. Actually, I think it will be a good opportunity to do it. For USA, it's a bit harder because they are further than each other, and it's harder to play online and stuff. But I definitely hope that this Street Fighter League will be live. And also gameplay-wise, it's also more interesting
because the game keeps evolving. Yeah,
exactly. The game keeps evolving. You will have Discord call. You can do some analytics about your mistakes and everything. And also, I think it will be cheaper for Capcom.
Yes, that's true.
If you count everything, like 12 days for like, I don't know, maybe 30 players, something like this, of hotel, food, everything else, paying the camera guys and the stuff.
It's a lot.
More than 1 million.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I personally wish it was like I told you, like World Cup, like Spain, France. I will love that. I will love if they did that. I think it would be super cool. I think France and UK will cook everyone, but that's the other thing. So yeah.
At least it will be healthier for the long term of the game.
I agree. I think it was super cool. So let's jump to SF6, the release, and I think this game had a lot of expectations from everyone. Competitively, of course, I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about the game as a product and as for casuals, because I think that's a completely different thing. So even for you, that you are a very... I don't think I've ever seen you rage or nothing, but I've seen you like, okay, one patch a year, the game, it's a bit still. So what's your opinion about SF6 right now? Are you having fun? Do you wish things were different? Like, what's your opinion about the gameplay itself, or how do you feel the game right now?
So I'm having fun with the community that I try to build. I'm having fun working around Street Fighter 6. I like it. Playing the game. They did a choice. They choose to, as you said, to do like one big patch a year. Looking it back, at the beginning, I was thinking that, okay, why not? They try to do something. They are sure, because to do this, you need to be sure that your game have some quality in terms of
balance,
balance, etc. Looking it back now, I think it was a mistake. I think they had few opportunity to do some interesting patch. Who would also, when you do a patch, it's also an opportunity for players to come back and to watch it back, for viewers to watch it back. Oh, the game changed. Oh, did it change, etc. And also at the end, the game looks better when you watch tournaments. Right now, when I watched a Street Fighter 6 tournament, it's hard to say that I'm having a lot of fun. I have to say it, but I'm pretty optimistic, and I'm sure that on the next patch, I think that the next patch will be pretty huge, and it will correct a lot of things in terms of balancing and stuff. So I'm pretty optimistic on it.
So as you say, you're a very defensive player, and this game, it's really like it counters that style. It's very offensive, and
exactly.
And I think it's I think at the highest level, it maybe not that bad. But at the mid-high level, the game feels very chaotic in a way, like anyone can beat anyone, that kind of stuff, like, throw loops, blah blah. So do you think the direction of the game, it can be all in with the offensive, or maybe try to put some stuff to that? So we don't know. Maybe they go to the other way, right? Like, okay, everyone is crazier right now. Like, remember season 2 of SF5? So that's my fear. Like, it's like maybe they go even crazier and everyone is DJing. Maybe it happens, but yeah.
But I don't think so, because like as I said before, they took the experience of SF5 to do SF6. So they might know something that I can dislike, or I think that it is a mistake, is that in many games they create not fake offense, but easy offense. Okay. I think that easy offense is killing the hype. And SF5, if you remember, the game was really defensive. There were 1,000 like focus backdash, the backdash invincible, DPF ADC, DP no better invincible.
I used to complain a lot about SF4 defense, but right now I think I'll take it. Like right now.
But the thing is, those defensive options were so good that to attack someone, you need to be extremely strong, extremely careful. When you see infiltration, Tokido or stuff, adapt the play style to the defensive option of the opponent and the stuff doing the option selected and all this. Create interest watching offense. Right now, watching offense in SF6 is pretty much using the drive bar to corner carry the opponent to the corner, to loop him into death. And this is not really interesting to watch, I think.
I think I think we can all agree on that, and I think a lot of people are, especially people like you, pro players, who are like waiting for season 2 and see what's the direction of the game, and see especially what changes. And what will you change? Like if you could do some change, because everyone talks about the drive rush, perfect party, blah blah. And I know you said this many times, but if you could change, like the things that bother you the most, what will be the changes you will want to see in the game for season 2?
I think the drive mechanic are a great idea. This is one of the first time that we see a full drive. You start the round with all your meter basically, except the super. This is really not really common in fighting games. Most of the time, you are weaker at the beginning of the round than at the end of the round.
Yes.
But this is an interesting direction. It's look like a fighting sport when you have to manage your endurance.
Yeah.
So it's the stamina exactly. So it's pretty much the same. But I think that they need to fix few things on the drive mechanics, even more than the drive mechanics than the balancing, the overall balancing. I think, for example, the drive rush, of course, the fact that these have a really small hurt box, is a mistake. They need to, like, the hurt box should explode when you do a drive rush, a world drive rush. The opponent, if you press a jab or whatever,
I agree with you.
It's not a tool to use in neutral. It's crazy to think that the game could be better if you remove the drive mechanics.
Yeah.
You think about the game, if they remove the drive mechanics, they back to classic footsies, classic neutral games, and stuff. Of course, there will be balance to do, but so I think the drive system, especially the drive rush. Of course, the drive parry is also a problem, and they need to do something about it. But mainly the drive rush, in my opinion.
And
you? What do you think about if they have to change something?
For me, it's pretty much the same. My number one, it's I think drive rush, especially DJ, Yuri, Luke. I would love to see, like, at least that you cannot change the depending on the button they press, that you don't have to guess. At least, I mean, because I feel if you can at least have one answer, that should be okay. But the problem is there is no answer right now. There is no right answer. So it feels like, I feel sometimes that matches are decided in, did you check it or not? That's the only decision that you can. So I feel it feels really bad when you watch a replay of your match and the only thing that you could do better is choose better.
Or reacting.
Or react to something. That I don't feel that's fun for maybe it's fun for casual people, but for players who want to improve, I don't think it's very fulfilling to watch a replay and say, okay, I didn't check the drive rush, so I died. So I would like to say, and I think throw loops need to go. That's my
okay. That's a hot take.
Throw loops need to go in some way. I think they are really boring. But I think as well that perfect parry, it's balanced around it, so it's a big mess.
Yes, that's the problem. Exactly.
So,
you know it.
So my what I think, and I want to ask you this question as well, it's like, do you think, because it's very unlikely that all those things change in one season. Like, as you know, SF5 took many years to actually become, I think, the solid game we know. So I think we have to face the possibility of having another season that the game is really crazy. Are you ready for that, or are you expecting, like, oh no, next year it's gonna be footsies? So I'm curious about, like, are you in the mindset of, it's possible that next year I might be the one doing the drive rush?
Yeah. As you said, maybe next year it will be even more chaotic, maybe even more crazy, more offense, etc. If they do that, I would love to see some either damage nerf, either health buff for everyone. Okay. I think right now, like, the damage are a little bit too much. The meta build are a little bit too much. As you say, as you saw, it's the level 2 meta, because just having 2 level 2 in the same round, that's a little bit crazy in my opinion.
Level 3s are also crazy, I think, man. Like, level 3s are...
Level 3 are really strong also. So they need to do something about it, in my opinion. Out of that, I like to point also good things. And there is many things that I like. First, the newcomers are really good, I think. I really like how they look and stuff.
Except Lily. Please.
I was thinking of the DLC.
Okay.
Aki, Ed, but
Okay.
and also I like the fact that I think they are close to the community. For example, I made a video about some bugs of Dhalsim where you was doing EXR Yoga Comet and there were a bug about it and few other stuff. And I swear, 1 week later, it was patched.
Yeah, same as the GIF, the burnout, for Zangief. The burnout was longer. That was actually true.
Exactly, that's true. They took a little bit more time for the level 2 of GIF, Mones 8.
Yeah.
But they still correct it. So
they should leave it. They should leave it. Capcom, put it back.
I was thinking that they were doing that on purpose because they didn't patch it back. So, but who knows? But yeah, I like the fact that Capcom look closer to the community, at least. So I think they understand the complaint and the problems in the game. So I'm staying optimistic. I think that they will tone down a little bit the drives mechanics.
Okay.
But we will see.
Let's see. So SF6, the game, but your competitive year, like you've been everywhere, you've been all the time. You even like people and say, "Oh, Crimson, you play that," but you still made it to Capcom Cup, even with Dhalsim, which is very impressive. You are always doing good positions, and so. How will you rate your first year as SF6? And are you going to Evo Japan, by the way?
No, I'm not going there because first it's longer to travel right now, because the Russia and Ukraine problems, and you cannot go over Russia anymore. You have to go and
I see.
It's like 16, 17 hours. And also it's pre-patch. So I prefer to take some time for me, learning new characters, like working on different stuff out of Street Fighter, and go back 100% on the new patch. So that's why. In terms of my competitive first year, I think it was correct. I could expect better results, but it's not always like you want. I had a great time. Like for example, Street Fighter League was really nice. I think it was gonna change next year, by the way, if I do it. Also, the Capcom Cup, I'm glad to had my qualification, of course. Also, I was in final for the World Warrior, so I qualified in the France, Spain, Portugal tournament, and I was in final in my World Warrior.
Okay.
So I'm satisfied with it. Next year, I hope I will do better, of course. So I'm practicing. I'm still not sure of which character will fit to Dhalsim. Next year, I need to see the patch, how it will goes. But I definitely need some answer against some character that, even if they nerf it, even if they, like for example, Camille, I think Camille is really strong. And even if they nerf Camille a lot, she will probably still beat Dhalsim. So my mistakes was to stay on Dhalsim and thinking that it was worth to keep playing him and keep learning. I need to adapt faster. When I see other players, for example, Mena or those kind of players, they can adapt and switch character immediately. I saw Mena switch to GP immediately as soon as he thought that Gael could be a problem for his characters.
Yeah. So you maybe thought like, Kami beats Dhalsim, but I can overcome it. I will do it. And maybe it will be said like, okay, Kami beats Dhalsim, fuck it, let's play whatever beats Kami.
Exactly.
That's it. Okay.
And I think this could be a ego mistake.
Okay.
When you think that, I can do it anyway, even if the matchup is bad, I will stick to this, and I know the matchup better than you know the matchup because I have more practice. And next season I want to be able to switch if I feel it, to stay on Dhalsim if I feel it also, but to have a plan.
Okay. Especially because in open tournaments, short sets, it's like
even more.
It's 2 decisions, you're out. So yeah. So talking about the competitiveness, like your year, we are seeing like Japan, it's exploding. SF6, it's a complete different thing. I feel like in Europe, personally for me, I think the competitive scene, it's maybe a bit bigger than SF5, but it's not like it tripled or doubled.
Enough.
Like no, it's not that big. But in Japan, it became something like League of Legends. It's completely insane. And when I watch them playing in ranked, they have like 400 people in legend, and they have so many people playing ranked all the time. And in Europe, I feel like you play against the same people all the time, stuff like that. So what do you feel? Do you think like the competitiveness in Europe, it's a bit like the same? Do you feel this can be a handicap to you living in Europe and having to actually travel to compete? Like, what are your thoughts about that? Do you think about that sometimes, like seeing what's happening there and what has in Europe?
Yes, that's true that in Europe there is like less player, less investment in the game, less pro player than in Japan and stuff. But if you watch the best player in the world currently, some of the best, so example, you have the Birds. We are in weak region, not weak, but there's not many players. There is Mena, Kaba, all those guys who are not coming from a big region. So I think that we cannot take it as an excuse to not perform.
Yes.
And also, as a player, we also have a responsibility. If you want to get better, you have to help the others to get better. So that's why I'm trying to do some tutorials and stuff on my YouTube, or help people on my Discord or stuff to get better. Because at the end of, like, for example, on long term, I know that I will have those guys as rivals, and it will help me to grow up and to get even better.
Yeah,
so that's right now in Europe we have we lost few things. For example, at the end of SF5, I think it was really close between all the regions. If you watch the last Capcom Cup or all the results, it was pretty close. So we still can do it. We can do it. We need to play more, to exchange more pro player, but not only pro player, every player who want to grind, and we can definitely get back to our best shape. But yeah, Japan is an example because many players stream, many players do event, and they do event with influencer also. I think the success of the game, first there is the players, of course. The players have the responsibility also of the success of the game, but also they need to work and to do like creating stuff with other kind of player also. For example, the fact that you invite me in your talk show is an amazing opportunity for me to speak to the Spanish community, to speak to you, and also to work to get my region stronger. So yeah, I think we need to see the Japan, to act like them in our own way, and we can do it on long term.
Nice. Like in Japan, I saw that they are doing these events where they do with VTubers and stuff like that, and maybe we need to do more. Like I feel like in Europe, I don't know if it's only the same for France, but as I said, in Spain, we don't tend to play with people from other countries. Like, you know, it's like Spanish do only Spanish events, France for France, UK for UK, and we very rarely get together different communities. And maybe that's something we need to work around and try to bring more people together and try to mix more of our communities at all levels, not only professional, but at all levels. Maybe that's
exactly. All level we need to find something else than just doing the usual weekly online. Maybe a team tournament or a team facing, you know, with many big country in Europe or something like this, who can drive people together. Every main player and influencer could stream it, and I'm sure that this is something that we need to think about.
Maybe we need to talk, Kirmson. Maybe we need to talk about that and do something. Maybe.
Of course.
So you talk about later. It was in the back of my head. Like you were talking about character strength. And this is the typical question. No, but I'm curious, like, who do you think are the strongest characters right now, post-patch? Because people are saying JP is dead, he's no longer that good, Blanca is broken, blah, 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 blah. So, what do you think?
So, right now, it's hard to say, because to me, it's hard to do a top 5, for example. It's more top 7.
Okay.
You know? So of course, GP is still one of the best. Luke is probably the best right now. You've got Chun-Li, who is really good, even if she got pretty decent nerf, but she's still really good. Rashid, Camille, also really good. If I watch the the thing about this game, what is also a little bit depressing is that everyone has the same top 5, top 7.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's not fun.
but it's because I feel like the system, it's stronger than the characters. So the characters that can exploit the system better are gonna be the best. Because
Exactly.
everyone is playing the same style. Everyone is playing like get in the corner, you're dead. So the characters that do it the best are always gonna be good, right? So the tier
Exactly.
list,
If Ken is perfect parrying some kind of some moves,
yeah,
he bring you to the corner into death.
Yes.
If I don't know, Lily perfect parry a move into, she will do command grab or she will do something, but she will not winning the game of it. So that's true. Those who can explode the mechanics are the best, sadly. So yeah, I hope next season we will. The thing, everyone has the same top 5, so we cannot go for some hot take. Like I would love to say, I think Mano is top 5. You had those kind of thing in SF5 or SF4.
Yeah, I think maybe later on when we have, maybe they will do the same as SF5, where we have more characters that are so different and give many tools. Because I think the DLC, for example, Rashid, Aki, Ed are more interesting than the base roster. I think they are more interesting. So maybe we are going about that direction again. And let's see Akuma. Are you hype about Akuma?
He look really good. I think he will have some kind, he have some kind of aura behind him, with him during the show you can. So maybe they will change. He look like Susanoo in Naruto.
My theory is that he will have like some Oni mode, like Oni mode, like he will put Oni mode or something like that and install or something kind. I think
decrease like kind of retrigger. You mean?
Yeah, maybe like some Oni mode or some style. I don't know, because in the trailer I that's the vibes I get. Let's see.
Yeah. I agree. What I would love to see of Akuma, right now everyone has the same health, which is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But the good thing to keep him as a glass cannon was allow him to use his health judge as drive meter.
But
so for example, Jump EX Hadoken with health judge, we have different propriety.
Okay.
But decrease his health bar.
People were joking about like, he will have 8 drive bars and have 6,000 health. So let's fucking go.
But you can decrease a lot of health. You will still be a glass cannon with that. But I'm really hyped for Akuma. We will be able to see how it looks really soon.
It's true. They are showing it in an offline event in Japan. So.
Yeah, I can't wait for it, and you probably bring also a lot of new players and stuff, and opportunity for streamers to play him, and this is gonna be really interesting the next month.
I think it's the kind of character that it doesn't matter if he's good or bad, that you will see it all the time. Like it's like Ken or Ryu. It's like it's always Akuma. It's gonna be like. So another question, because first off, congratulations, because you are going to be a dad. So you're gonna be a father. You are still. You are still not a father, right? It's coming.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does it? How did it change your mindset now? Because like as you said, in SF5 I was young, I did whatever, blah blah. But now it's like, how do you feel? Because now it's like, I'm a pro gamer. I have a family that I need to provide. Like I'm sure it changes your mindset. And is it putting pressure on you? Obviously, you are really happy, but is it putting any pressure on you or any change of mindset?
It can. Like at the beginning, I was thinking that it could put pressure on me, because now I'm not alone. I'm not playing only for me. I'm playing because I need to pay the rent and I need to But for the good thing about it is that we make this decision of building a family at a moment where I was like pretty much secure on few things financially. Also, I have my sponsors who work really well. Nakon is working really well. Right now I'm renegotiating with Falcons or with my potential next structure. So everything works well. But you know what? It actually could, I won't say remove pressure, because but it brings something different in my life. And I can say that I won't play the same in the future. For example, when I was saying that, I saw that this was my mistake playing only Dhalsim. Next year, I will have to play another character also because of this and to be more professional. So this is actually an opportunity to get better also in many weak points that I have.
Now it's like, okay, no, for my son, I will drop Dhalsim if I have to.
No, I won't. I will play with my brain and think about the future of my career and stuff way more.
We have this running joke in the Spanish community that when you play random, it's because you are a father, because they play with the heart, like the more random, the more sons you have. And it's like, okay, this guy must have 3 sons or something because he plays completely crazy. So that's really nice. Also, talking about the future a little bit, like what do you think about your midterm plans? What do you think? What do you want to do? Because some people are like, okay, I want to be pro, I want to be content creator. What is your life looking like in the next, let's say, 5-10 years? Like, how do you think about that?
That's a great question. Of course, every pro should think about this. Like long time ago, what is my career plan? What I'm gonna do? So the good thing about fighting games is first that theoretically, you are supposed to be able to play, if you are pro, to play for long term. When you see Sako, Daigo, and many others, they are more than 40 and they're still playing. I'm 28 right now. So in 5 or 10 years, I hope that I will still be able to compete. That's my goal. But during those years, I will also try to build the community around me. And when you have a community around you, you still have some opportunity to get money because you will be able to stream, you will be able to do partnership, you will be able to do sponsorship and stuff. Also, keep working with Nakon is really important for me. Like building new stuff, gaming pads and stuff. They are really close from me and they are in France, so I know them really well. So they are in my career plan, on my long-term career plan. And of course, staying in the esports. This is my goal. Same as you. Maybe I will create content from the French community. Maybe I will commentate. Maybe I will coaching. I really like to do some coaching also. It will also depend on the evolution of the game. If I stay on Street Fighter, if I go play some other game because they are more popular or stuff. So I'm really open-minded concerning that on really long term. But for the 5 and 10 years, my plan is to stay on competitive area. Okay. And that's a very interesting question I want to ask, because you said that, and I'm like, okay, so obviously 2XKO, it's coming. We have to talk about that because I think it's going to be a really important game. But obviously, we had this discussion before, like it's not about loving the game anymore. It's like, okay, I can like the game, but I have a family, I have a sponsorship, I have to perform. So what do you think about, are you planning to, okay, I'm a Street Fighter player and I have this job secure? Or are you planning to maybe, hey, 2XKO, I'm just naming 2XKO because obviously the biggest thing, but have you thought about, okay, maybe this game, I need to try it, or it's too risky? So what do you think about that? Yeah, you're speaking about 2XKO, but the bad thing about it is that it's coming during the middle life of Street Fighter 6. That's it. So many players will have to have a choice, and to do the choice, do I try to do something with it, or do I stay with what I know and try not to do it? Honestly, I didn't think about much because I want to see what does Riot want to do with the game. Do they want to create some competitive area and to make this game evolve in the esport area? Or do they want to put it in the atmosphere like multiverses? To put it there, they wait, they see if the community is on and want to make the game grow, and after that they may invest. So I want them to invest first in the game. If they invest first, if they provide us great competition, great prize money, great sponsor who will watch the game and stuff, I will definitely invest my time in it. But if they don't, and if they just wait for the community to make the game work, I might just stay on Street Fighter and just watch it. I think it's different for guys in your position that for
regular players, because for people like me, it's like, okay, new game, I try it, if I like it, I don't, for example, for me, I don't really care if there is a Capcom Cup or whatever, because I can do grassroots tournaments, blah, 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 but that's what they do, right? But for people like you, it's a risk. It's like, it's actually, you cannot afford to just, okay, I drop Street Fighter for 1 or 2 years and maybe it doesn't work out, or so it's,
you might lose your sponsor, because 2 years is enough to lose all your sponsors.
That's it. So
doing nothing is really risky.
Yeah, so I really like the approach, and I think it's shared among top players. Like, okay, this game might be really cool, but people need to understand that for most of you, it's not about the game being really cool anymore, and that can be sad for some people, but it's the reality. It's like it's not only about the game being cool. It's about everything around it anymore. So it's like,
exactly.
I always say, like, are you gonna ask Tokido to stop playing SF or Godaigo to stop playing Street Fighter right now? It's like, when they have everything around them, it's very unlikely. So let's see what happens, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
For you, even you are in a different position than the classic player, I think, because it's a great opportunity to, like, maybe get the spot on you with be like the streamer or the official streamer to XKO or watching this tournament. I think about that also a little bit of maybe, but it's too early for me to invest in my stream.
I think it's not your time. It's like, I'm old, but you are young, you are in your prime. So yeah, it's like, and obviously, but maybe in the future, it's like, once you have been competing, maybe it's like, or maybe a Street Fighter 8, whatever, like, or a 7 or whatever. So yeah. So yeah, that was my last question. Actually, I was gonna ask about 2XKO, but no, let's talk about something else before you leave. It's like, what do you think the hot topic of this week's modern versus old? Like, what do you think about that? I want to ask you that. I know it's spicy. Do you think it was easier, harder? Do you think games are being simplified? I think you kind of said that already in a way, but what's your opinion overall?
So I think first it's hard because you're touching ego of people. When you say to modern players, right now you can beat I don't know, MOV, but not because you're good, not because you practice the game 10 hours a day, or not because of anything, just because the game helped you to do it. In my days, you wasn't able to do it, or you wouldn't be able to do it. I think this is wrong to say that. But I think it could be also wrong to say to the old player, you wasn't good, and you was losing to those players because they come out of Japan or whatever, and just because you wasn't good enough. I think old player, if you use a time chamber, you bring the old player here with all those information, with all those the competitive area, with all the games are polished right now, it would probably be good or be one of the best player in the area too. Even if I still think that new generation are naturally more talented than old generation. My generation is weaker, I hope, than the next generation. Because other than that,
I don't know. Their brain is rotting with TikTok, Crimson. Be careful.
Yeah, not on everything. Not on everything. I agree. But yeah, this is a hard debate right now. I think it's harder today to win a tournament than back in the days.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, that's it. I think we talked about everything I wanted to talk. I have a lot of points here, but I think everything was already run by. So Crimson,
that's
really,
a pleasure. And keep doing like what you do with the Spanish community.
Thank you.
You know, we always had even me, I had the question myself: do it's better to create content in English or in my native language in French? And I decided to do it in French and to do maybe smaller numbers and stuff. But at the end, it's better to develop people who are around you to help each other. So
that's a question I had also myself in the past. Like, because in a way you are limiting yourself, but in another way you are also having a lot of potential, because right now all the sponsors you have, it's like, okay, who is like the top guy in France? Okay, let's talk to this guy. And if you do it in English, I think you are not only not helping your community as much, it's also like you are competing in a way bigger environment, and you need to, and it's very different, right? So I feel it's the right call to do it in your language. I feel very confident. And as well, something that people don't understand, it's like when we talk in English, we are not ourselves. It's something. It's like someone else. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like
not the same word. Yeah. Metal Gear, I don't know if you know Metal Gear Solid, but in Metal Gear Solid 5, they were speaking about that the language that you talk have an influence about what you think.
That's it.
And yeah, you're right. And you cannot develop things the same as in your native language. So I won't be myself.
That's true. But I'm really happy.
Yeah.
I'm really happy because I think the community in Spain is growing a lot in the past years, and I'm doing a lot of online events and everything, and people are growing. So yeah, I'm really happy.
That's really nice. So the next step will be to think about do something like French, UK, maybe Norway, Italia and stuff. I'm really good term with everyone. So
for sure,
we need to think about something.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah,
we need to talk about that because I think it will be super cool. So
definitely.
So Crimson, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. I had a very fun time. This hour went by super fast. And best of luck next year. I hope Capcom buffs Dhalsim. Well, I play Zangief, so I don't want this to be really that good. But for you, I can take it.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you guys.
So much. Thank you, Crimson.
Community. If you need me anytime, you know my Twitter or whatever, you just send me a message and I'll be here.
Thank you, Crimson. Thanks.